Hey everyone, Sam Davidson here with MEA Worldwide, and I am with Kimberly-Sue Murray, who you guys might recognize as the Seelie Queen on Shadowhunters. Hello, how are you today?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. So this has been a whirlwind of a few months, of a week for you. You were in LA, or you are in LA. You saw the series finale last night. What was it like watching it with everybody else?
It was really special. Yeah, we had a private screening and just sitting there with everyone and watching it like 2.5 hours, and it was just such a nice way to wrap things up. And the showrunners did a beautiful job crafting the finale, and it was really moving.
It definitely was, even though sadly you weren't part of the family for too long. I know that everyone welcomed you with such open arms, and you and Luke Baines were actually friends before the show, right?
We weren't friends before
You knew
the
each
show.
other.
He
No,
knew
you didn't.
Kat. He knows Kat and Dom from way back.
Right.
I've been friends with Anna and Jade.
Oh, Jade, that's
'cause
right.
We're all
it was
from
Jade.
Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
So
I love it.
yeah.
Well, so how did you get cast in the role of the Seelie Queen? And you are the third, and I've told you this before, my favorite Seelie Queen. But tell me about the entire kind of extravaganza of how you got cast, how everything kind of moved very fast.
Oh, it moved super fast. I auditioned for the part earlier on in the week, and I didn't know what role I was auditioning for. All I knew was that she was British, had a British accent, and was powerful. And it never occurred to me that it was for the Seelie Queen because Lola was playing her and then Sarah. So I did the audition, didn't recognize the scenes, and then got a call from my agent being like, "You got the part." And I was like, "What part? I don't know what the part is." She's like, "Oh, the Seelie Queen." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, and you have a table read like in an hour." So I went to the table read and met everyone, did a cold read of the script, and I was all right. Diving in head first.
I love it. Well, tell me what it was like on set specifically, because I love the way the whole Seelie Court is shot. It's so beautiful. And you had some really beautiful scenes, but I know that it's like very different when you're on set, when all of these like flowers are floating. What was it like acting in that?
It was really challenging because, first of all, the set is beautiful. But there's a lot of bodies, a lot of extras, and the rose petals are actually falling from the ceiling, and they have these big fans that are so loud. So we knew going in that we were probably going to have to ADR everything in post, and so sometimes like Luke was 5 feet away from me, and I couldn't hear him.
Wow.
And every time a rose petal would fall on our hair, and I had this crown and this wig, we would have to pause, and then someone would run in and take the rose petals out. And it got to a point where I would just like slowly pick rose petals off of Luke's face, and he'd do the same. So it was challenging, but it was so beautiful. So it was very little acting required. It's like we were in the world.
Did you get to keep anything from set, whether it was like your crown or any flowers or anything like that?
No, because even though it was the end, like they hold on to that stuff until like everyone's moved on. And also because my dress was like one of a kind.
I wonder what they do with those.
I don't know.
I'm sure if there would be fans that would pay thousands and thousands of
Dollars,
to have
yeah.
it. Yeah.
I mean, I would have loved to keep my dress. That dress was like handmade. Like the sequin appliques were like hand sewn because the dress was see-through, and they wanted to cover my bits.
Well, tell me a little bit about yourself and the roles you've had before getting this. I mean, this was one of your first major recurring roles, correct?
Yeah.
So what kind of stuff were you, doing before as far as like genres and the kind of roles you would play?
Well, I've done a lot of sci-fi because that's, I guess Toronto is like the sci-fi hub. Yeah. So I've been on like Killjoys, and I've also been on an episode of Rain. Lots of like American shows shooting in Toronto, but V-Wars, that's my Shadowhunters was my biggest recurring, and then I shot V-Wars right after. So those, and I did Lizzie Borden Chronicles in Halifax with Christina Ricci and Clea DeVal, so that was cool. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about V-Wars, because I know that everyone, including myself, huge Ian Somerhalder fan, is anxiously awaiting. Like, what is this show really about? What's your role in it?
Well, I can't say too much. My lips are sealed. However, it's based off an anthology series of the same name, so people can read that while they wait for the series to come out. And working with Ian was a dream because he's awesome.
Yeah.
He really, really is. I was a little apprehensive at first because, you know, big TV star, and I'm a nobody. But he was so welcoming, and he knows like everyone's names, and he's so dedicated and invested and passionate, and he really set the tone on set.
Well, the fans of Shadowhunters are diehard, as you know. I mean, had you ever seen anything like that in your entire
Never.
life?
It was my first experience, and I didn't know what to do. Like I didn't, and thank God, like Luke was so wonderful, and Jade, like they answered all of my questions. Like on my first day on set, I had lunch with Kat, Dom, Jade, Luke. Who else was there? But they like, are you ready? And if you have any questions, let us know because we'll guide you.
What's like the craziest tweet or message that you've gotten from a fan?
I mean, nothing too crazy. Everyone's been really supportive. I was a bit nervous about the reaction to having like a third Seelie Queen because like people are loyal to Lola and Sarah. I think the funniest was someone said, "Oh, she sounds drunk," and I was like, "Okay, I'll take that."
Well, you did such a fantastic job, and I'm really thrilled to see you in V-Wars and see your career really grow and blossom because we got a taste of you in Shadowhunters, and you were great, so I can't wait for what's next.
I'm excited. It'll be fun.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, and
Thank
thank
you.
you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next time.